is the final stop of the regular season of the Alabama Bass Trail presented by Phoenix Boats. Robbie Floyd with Kay Donaldson. Kay, it's here. It's finally here. The South, we will crown a champion today.
And it certainly feels like the South. I mean, all week we have dealt with heat advisories, and it is really going to be hot on these guys out there today, and it's going to play into the formula of do they come in early, do they stay out there hoping for that last bite. I think we're going to see guys have to make that decision, and we'll see how it turns out.
When you take off from Lake Point State Park at Eufaula, you know there's big fish to be had out there, but this weather could play a factor. We know it's going to play a factor. But about the big fish, there's 20, 25, even bigger bags out there.
There he is. We've seen as much as 29-pound bag come off this water, and we've seen 27 in the hottest month of the year. So it's going to be an exciting tournament. There's a lot of guys hoping to get into our championship and then move on to that Bass Team Championship, and right here's where it all plays out.
And that's going to be the big story today. Somebody's going to win $10,000 in the title here, but also that Angler of the Year up for grabs. All right, now let's go out on this very hot water and check out our Academy Sports and Outdoors first cast of the day.
What's up? As you see, boats are still taking off. These guys have the first fish in the boat already. So it's very important that they take care of their fish today. He's going to go ahead and weigh this fish so he knows what it weighs. It's going to help him in the culling process later. Once he catches fish number 6, he'll know exactly which fish he needs to cull. Less time handling these fish out of the water is the best thing you can do on a hot day like today. This is basically ledge fishing 101. These guys are out on the ledge, but it creates a point and actually cuts in out here in front of him, and he's fishing off the edge of that point. Fish they caught looked like it was on a crankbait, but you see him alternating baits. That's kind of the key on these ledges, is you change baits around, figure out what it's going to take to get these fish fired up, start biting.
Welcome everyone from the south end of the lake. We're on the team of Tim Fox and Shane Powell, boat number 10. As we're coming into the shot, you see that we had just hooked up. First, missed one early, and these guys are really just getting started. We made a long run to the south end. I can see the dam from where we sit currently. These guys got it all to themselves right now. We've only seen one boat pass us so far, and they are gonna work this area over and catch some big ones today. We've got a good start so far. That's the first one in the box.
Rob Lee and Steve Winslet, everybody's wanting to know how you do today. You want to know, that you finished well because you only have an 8-point lead. Although you won Logan Martin, you know you're in the championship. How much would it mean for you guys to win the Angler of the Year? And not only just for the South, you could win the whole shebang.
It would mean a lot. It's a lot of hard work between both of us this year. And it would mean a lot. Like I said, it's kind of tough. We didn't have a great practice. But it's going to be a grind. It's going to be a shootout for the Angler of the Year.
Hook set. Looks like a small fish here. Wonder if that was even a bass. I couldn't really tell from this distance. The bite windows on these ledges can be very short. It's going to be a matter of knowing when to leave and where to stop throughout the day in order to catch what you need by the end of the day. It's one good thing about a team event like Alabama Bass Trail. These guys can communicate and really work together. Every week that we're doing these, we see teams that really communicate and fish well together. They're the ones that typically do well by the end of the day.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Automotive, where it's always Bill Penny time. By Jack's, all about the South, and by Sweet Home Alabama.
In 2009, it all started with this 721 Pro XP and a passion to build the best fishing platform in design, performance, and construction for all of our customers. Through the years, motors have changed. Electronics have changed. But the passion to build the best bass boat possible has not changed. Everyone at Phoenix believes we got it right the first time.
Bill Penny Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. But that's not the only reason to get to know Bill Penny. Enjoy a 10-year unlimited warranty on every new Toyota in stock. Get 1 year of 24/7 roadside assistance. Test drive for the chance to win $5,000. You heard right. 5,000 big ones. Plus, choose from over 700 new Toyotas in stock and price to move. Bill Penny Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Get to know us today.
If you didn't already know, AmFirst has great rates on auto loans, and boat loans, and motorcycle loans, and really any loans, including ones for your business. With a variety of terms as low as 2%, we're kind of hard to beat.
Stetson Blaylock, Todd Auten, Head Cherry, let's go!
Garmin Live Scope, I tell you right now, if you don't have it, you are behind. It's just wild. It's like a video game.
If you do not have that Garmin Live Scope, you are definitely missing out.
Bassmaster Classic Champion!
I'll take it to begin the day.
That's what's happening.
I'll wait. No, it's good. It's good. Go. Huh? Go for it.
Still on Brian and Wesley. This is their third stop, and this is kind of what I expect to see from a lot of these teams. They caught 4 good fish in their first stop. They went to another point, made several casts, didn't get bit, left it. Third spot here, just got started. If they don't get bit pretty quick, they may start running and hopping to different spots throughout the day until they land on a spot that the fish are ready to bite and get a few more fish in the boat.
So Kenneth, I'm still with Rob Lee and Steve Winslet. These guys are leading the Angler of the Year points right now. They won at Logan Martin. They were 3rd place at Martin. They were 26th at Alabama River. They were 32nd at Lay Lake. So really good finishes. I mean, they haven't had a finish of the first 4 outside the top 32. So that is a really strong start to their year, and that's why they're in the lead. My big question is, because again, boys and girls, I don't see these pictures that you're seeing at home, but if I were to guess, is Brian Stifler either wearing a cutoff shirt, or does he have sleeves attached to his shirt, or any kind of muscle? Because he's a big dude, and he's not one I want to arm wrestle, but I'm just wondering, does he got the big guns Brian Stifler action going today?
Well, Robbie, I can answer it this way. Sun's out, guns out.
We have once again moved, and we continue to stay with Shane Powell and Tim Fox, boat number 10. Last check, they do have 1 fish in the box, pushing 5 pounds, fish on. All right, fish in the box there, good catch.
Well, between Jason and Kenneth, we're seeing some of our front runners as well as me catching some fish early this morning. Guys that are in the Angler of the Year points chase. Caught up with boat 119, fifth in Angler of the Year, only 35 points behind. That's 35 places. Josh Chappell and Paul Davis. Guys, haven't said a word to you yet. How's your day been so far?
Started off okay. We've got 2 good ones.
2 good ones? What are 2 goods?
4-pounders.
2 4s will do it, right? Now you just need 3 more like that and maybe even upgrade from there. What'd you do to catch those?
Just crank it.
Cranking out here? All right, looks like we're out here in the main river. How far off the channel is it without?
It's just the main river ledge.
Okay.
I think this is the 5th stop for this team. It's Brian Stifler, Wesley Gore. They got here, been catching fish here constantly since they got here. They've been able to upgrade. They're sitting at about 18 pounds according to his scale. They're not official until they weigh them on the ABT scale. It's a great start. These guys came to this tournament 2nd AOY. They need a good tournament to finish this out and give them a chance of winning the AOY.
This portion of Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is sponsored by Garmin, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and by America's First Credit Union. There's more right after this.
Buying stale, burnt coffee is like eating hot sushi out of a vending machine. It's just a no-no. Explosion. Cool guys don't look at them. As a veteran-owned and operated company, we take massive pride in giving back. And with your support, we've donated millions to charitable organizations and veterans. Do you have a lightsaber leg, Jay?
Yeah, I got a lightsaber leg.
When you sign up for our coffee club, you get fast free shipping directly to your door.
I'm on a helicopter.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
These guys started upriver along the river channel, moved back in the creek, hit a point, moved back out. This is their 5th spot, so this is the first time they've actually, well, the 2nd time they've been inside a creek. It's a point in a creek. Lot of fish here, obviously. But they're at the point now where they need quality. They need 3 pounds or better, really, to help them much.
Right now.
He just said they're biting right now. I'd say so. We're hooked up here again. I don't know how many fish are here. That's a pretty good one here.
Yeah! Yeah!
A little excited here, got the high fives going. This one's gonna help them, for sure.
All right, we are on the team of boat number 85, Noah and Cole Godwin. Guys are sitting on 18 pounds, 80 by their scale. Guys, y'all said we're about an hour late. Tell us what happened this morning to catch all those fish.
About 10 minutes, we had about 15 pounds. It was every other cast for about 30, 45 minutes. We was on the school over there, and we probably caught 20 or 30 out of this. And I think we busted them up. We came here and caught one more good one, and a few small ones, and I lost one that I think was a big one. After that, they just quit biting.
So you heard them say they've kind of bounced around early, caught 10 minutes, caught about 15 pounds, bounced around to another spot and upgraded, bounced to another spot and upgraded. Been working through the crankbait, flutter spoon, swim bait. Really, they just said it was get in front of the bait. You know, get the bait in front of the fish, and you tend to catch them.
I don't think I've ever in the 10 years or however long we've been doing this, as I pull up to Foster Bradley and Nick Harris, they say I got about 10 or 11 in the box, you know, nothing big, and then they get a double. I mean, like instantly. So even in all the times, I've never had that happen. So I must honestly bring good luck. We just need to upgrade.
How's it going so far today?
Going all right. It's not too hot just yet.
Yeah? Hey, how about the fishing though? You went straight to the weather. That tells me a little something.
We got 4 fish.
Okay, what kind of size?
2.5 pound average.
Okay. It looks at, the fish hit twice. He hit. Wasn't in a good situation to set the hook and then came back. I just have 4, so if this is a keeper, it'll certainly help him. It's gonna be close.
Number 5.
Came off in the net. That's number 5.
Just made a little short move to another brush pile. The team said they were going to hit about 100 of these today, and caught one. So they had 1 fish in the box. I add 1 there to it. I'm sorry, they had 3 fish in the box, 2 3-pounders and 1 keeper. So that makes us 4 now. Looks like we caught it on the big trick worm with maybe a Carolina rig.
We started our morning we followed the second place team, Wesley Gore and Brian Stifler, and those guys stayed up close to the ramp when they started this morning. Caught 4 fish fairly quick, hit I think 4 different spots up there, made a run down the river. First stop downriver didn't catch any fish. Next stop downriver they got on a big school. They finished out their limit, started culling, kept going up by half pound at a time or so, got up to about 18 pounds the last time we saw them. So second place AOI, we know they have over 18 pounds. They're in pretty good shape here. Found some more teams. There's some teams that are really catching them pretty good, you know, 15, 16 pounds or so, and then there's a lot of teams that don't really have anything. I've now, as the day's gone on, I'm starting to see teams making big adjustments. The last team we were on started way upriver fishing shallow. They're now down on a ledge, kind of mid-lake. So the teams that didn't do very well this morning are having to make some big adjustments this afternoon. They still have time to do it. It doesn't take much. If you get in the right spot at the right time, 5 or 6 casts, you can have what you need to do really well in this tournament.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Black Rifle Coffee Company, by TH Marine, from transom to trolling motor, and by Mountain Dew. There's more to come.
The TH Marine HydroWave H2 KVD edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The HydroWave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The HydroWave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
Research and development is more than just time in the shop for us. It's time out here, sweating the details, making boats that work as well in the real world as they do on paper. From our R&D team to our anglers on the water, we have the knowledge and passion to build you the finest fishing platform in the world.
Some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions, today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org.
For all the way
ways you love to play. Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Our team of Brian Stifler, Wesley Gore, just weighed in 17.88 pounds. Guys, we saw you on the water this morning. You got started pretty early. Tell me what was going through your mind before takeoff.
We've put a lot of time in and worked hard down here. We had a school we thought we could start on and catch 12 to 15 pounds. We had a school close to that we thought it had some 4s and 5s in it. We know because we caught some in practice. But it's a place that you can't sit there during lunch. So, you guys followed us this morning. We hit both of those. That school had broke up quite a bit. There's probably 100 on there. Wesley found that school. The second school, the big one I found, there's some tanks on it, but we just can't get them to fire. Right. And Wesley, that third stop, he found the most awesome little sneak school by accident, just idling out. Wasn't really looking and said, hey, what's that? Looked at it, found it, and it was money.
Man, we caught a big one first thing this morning, and then we just could never get any momentum after that. We thought we were going to catch a decent amount of fish off that spot. We got that one, and then we just started running a bunch of areas, and by 7:30, we figured we'd have what we would have, and I think we had 2 fish. So nothing went as planned, really, and we just kind of scrambled throughout the day and ended up catching what we caught. It took all day to catch those 5 fish. I mean, we never cold, never anything.
Noah Godwin, Cole Godwin, we heard they had some fish out there on the water today on our Black Rifle Coffee morning show. What up, guys? I got to shake your hand because I know you're about to grab some fish and hold them up for us. They started off really good for them. They thought they had 18 pounds. They either thought wrong or they improved on it. 18 turns to 19. They're going to take the lead. Let's find out what the Godwins have. 19-18. Congratulations.
It started out pretty quick. I think we had 15 pounds in about 10 minutes, and we ended up cooling up maybe the next hour, and then it just shut off. We never caught anything the rest of the day that helped.
Josh Chappell, Paul Davis, boat 119. Again, these guys were 5th in the championship points. Y'all had a hell of a day. You gave it hell. 1883 is going to put them in second place. How about a round of applause for these guys?
We started out on a ledge and caught a couple good ones early, and then just kind of coiled up throughout the day, but never could catch any big ones, after the early bite.
You're a team of Adam Bain, Chris College. You guys just weighed in 18.55 pounds. Tell us how your day got started.
It started pretty fast. We pulled up on one place and caught 4 keepers, 2 of them that we weighed in, and kind of slacked off about 10 o'clock. Chris caught probably the best one we had about 10:30, but it was probably the last good one we caught all day.
Rob Lee, Steve Winslet, they are our Angler of the Year leaders coming into this event. They won at Logan Martin. They got a big bag of fish, and they are not going to have enough because we already have the tone that was set a 12:42. Guys, you need to come in at least the top 9. Just couldn't get into that big bite today, could you?
No, we caught a bunch of fish today. Just, I don't really know how many fish we've caught, but we just never could get a big bite. I've had one big bite all day, and it come off. And
you said it was about a 5-pounder, right?
It was about a 5-pounder right before y'all pulled up on us. And after that, we just caught a ton of fish, but we just could not get a big bite.
Move up to Trey Wade, Bradley Parnell. They got a big fish and a big bag and a winner on our side stuff as well. Hey, this is another one. I'll tell you, Kobe and them need you in between, but I'm here to tell you, you need 19-18 to take the lead. Let's see what Wade and Parnell have. 1971. We've got a new leader. Wow.
Wade and Parnell, another first-time winner on the Alabama Bass Trail presented by Phoenix Boats. They do it in their first year of competition. That's pretty solid.
It's awful special. These guys have watched this trail for a long time, and they've wanted to compete. I have connections with them through Big Daddy Lawler, so it's really cool to see them take home their win this year.
Guys, congratulations. $10,000 feels good, but doing it against this crew, I mean, there's 224 boats trying to knock you off that podium.
Yes, sir.
What did it for you today? Because you were doing something a little different. You were kind of mid-depth, it looked like you were cranking, because a lot of guys were deep, some were shallow. You were kind of in between.
Yeah, we wanted to stay away from, a lot of boats, not be around a lot of boat traffic, and we found them fish in practice, and really they weren't that big in practice. We didn't catch one over 2 pounds, but today they grew after lunch.
They got bigger. Hey, it doesn't pay to win practice, Kay?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And that's something you have to learn out here on the Alabama Bass Trail. A lot of guys get into the whole Instagram moment, and these guys didn't. They just stayed with what they believed in, and it paid off for them.
I would much rather catch 19 and change on game day than on practice day, because game day, it was worth $10,000. Didn't you kind of think that Stifler and Gore had a shot at the title when we saw them just a couple of rounds ago, Kay, taking this championship, eating pizza at the dock, and the most way to the south? Who would have thought?
The big thing, and I think the thing they worked for all year, and I know Brian mentioned it to me early in the year, was that Angler of the Year race. And it's good to finally see a new Angler of the Year and an overall Angler of the Year.
Guys, the consistency, you have to be consistent in this. I was looking at some of our leaders, and some of their worst finishes was in the low 30s. That's incredible. I mean, if it wasn't for your consistency on various lakes, you wouldn't have had a shot at this title.
Yeah, this is a tough group that we fish with. It's an honor to fish with them. And you're right, consistency is everything against these guys. You cannot slip up against this group.
But what about the variety as well, Wes? I mean, you didn't fish the same lake 5 different times. They're all different, from rivers to...
It's totally different. I mean, I think we didn't weigh a fish at any lake on the same thing, not one single time. We caught them different every time, but came down here and idled around and found what we needed to, and luckily we got them in the boat this week.
Caught more than enough, only 4 points separated, but also that feather in your cap, not only winning the South Angler of the Year, but winning the overall Angler of the Year.
It's really cool to have them as our Anglers of the Year, and we'll present them a big old fat check at the championship as the overall Anglers of the Year.
It's our last event, that third weekend of October. We hope you can join us in person. If not, you can always watch us here on Bally Sports Southeast.